You put your foot in it, you put your foot in it, I put my foot in it, I put my foot in it, you put your foot in it, you put your foot in it, I put my... I worked for a US company for 15 years from when I was about 32 years old called Mary Kay. And when I first got there, they sent me across to Dallas, which is the headquarters, for 5 weeks for some training. It was fantastic. And the thing I was really looking forward to about going was to learn about the business, to meet a lot of different people. Okay, so the thing I was really looking forward to was getting to a game of baseball. You see, the Texas Rangers were in Dallas, and I was really hoping that some way I could work out a way to get to the baseball. Anyway, went across there, and Marianne Luciano, who was the one who was looking after the internationals, we chatted and we were talking. She showed me the itinerary. And day 3 on the itinerary says, baseball match, Texas Rangers versus the Kansas City Royals. I said, we going to the baseball? And she goes, yeah, in the corporate box. And I'm going, oh, corporate box, whatever. I'd much rather sit out and have a hot dog. But anyway, I'm going to the baseball. It's going to be fantastic. So the next couple of days we went around. I went to all these different meetings, met a lot of amazing people in the company. And I met this wonderful woman by the name of Merle Burris. And Mariana, she introduced me and said, Merle, this is John, and you might be interested to know that John plays baseball. He played baseball for Australia. You see, John, Merle's husband, plays baseball for the Texas Rangers. He's a pitcher. I said, oh, is that right, Merle? So we're chatting a bit about baseball. When we finished, she said, oh, I should get him to come up in the box and say hi to you. And I said, yeah, sure, why don't you do that, as if that was going to happen. Anyway, a couple of days later, we go out to the baseball and I walk into the corporate box. There's all these people in there, but I'm not really interested in staying in the corporate box. So Marianne, she's introducing me to some people. Hi, this is Bruce, and this is whatever, and this is John Rochon. I said, oh, g'day, John, how you going? And took my hot dog out and walked out through the box and sat down on the seats. And there I was at the baseball game. Mariana, she walks out behind me and sits beside me and starts looking at me. I said, what? She said, do you know what you just did? I said, no. He said, do you know who that was that I just introduced you to? I said, John somebody. She goes, John Rochon. John Rochon is the man, the #1 man. And you just walked past him with a hot dog, said, g'day John, how you going? Walked out here through the box and sitting outside eating a hot dog. And I said, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't know. She goes, well, you're gonna have to do something about it later on. Maybe just go and speak to him or something too, because oh, I can't believe that. And as we're talking, this booming voice comes from inside the box. Hey, which one of you guys is John Ramsden? And everybody's looking around. They obviously know who this guy is. I don't know who he is. I say, yeah, that's me. He goes, hey, John, Ray Burris. And I said, oh, this is Merle's husband. So I go, oh, hi Ray, how you going? He comes down and everybody's watching him and watching him walk up to me. He said, hey John, come with me, I'll show you around. I said, oh yeah, great Ray. So we walk out through the box and I see John Rochon looking at me as we walk out. We're gone for about half an hour. And when we come back, I've got a ball and a cap and he's signed things and all that sort of stuff. And anyway, I walk in and John Rochon stops me and says, hey, how do you know Ray Burris? And I said, oh, me and Ray, we've been like this for years and years. And I said, actually, no, I met his wife a couple of days ago and she said that, you know, she'd send him up into the box. He said, that's amazing to have a player come into the box. That's incredible. I said, oh, by the way, John, I'm really, really sorry. When I came in, I didn't know who you were. I didn't realise who these people were. Forget that, mate. You brought Ray Burris into the Mary Kay box. I can't believe you did that. So I went outside, sat in the bleachers with all the people, ate a hot dog, and it tasted pretty darn good.
Stroked over third, and that's trouble all the way down into the corner. Lowe will score easily.